Hey, yo, what's poppin'? What's the word? What's the deal, my babies? Hey, man, we back at this thing again, man. This is Michigan's new pod. I am your host, Tay, aka Podcast Tay. And, man, we got a good one for y'all, man. We got some takeaways for the Lions versus Dolphins preseason game that just happened this past night. The Lions go down in a 24-17 loss against the Miami Dolphins. However, I do have some bright things for you to look at, even though this was a loss in the books. There's a lot of good you can actually take away from this. If you want my honesty, if you want my expert opinion, I say we won. I said it was a victory. I think the loss actually more so lies within who you had and when you had who. And I think that's really mainly what it was about, but you did get to see some good things from some guys. It's tough to rack up big numbers in the preseason because you don't keep the same players in for the preseason because that would defeat the whole purpose. The purpose of the preseason is for you to see what all your guys got, not just the guys who are doing good. So, you get your guys out there for a minute and you switch them based off of when you need to see what, how bad you need to see what. So that's pretty much how that goes. So first things first, let's go into the offense, man. We're going to go offense first today. I want to touch on the QB room. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that I have some good news for you. Congratulations. You have officially found your QB2 in Kyle Allen. And I really just got to highlight the coaching. Let's do this right. I want to highlight him first. He did the work. He was out there throwing the passes. What I've been seeing from Kyle ever since that Hall of Fame game, man, he took that criticism. He took the criticism from his team, the coaches, heck, probably the fans. I'm sure he didn't like being ridiculed on social media because people will take it way too far, say things they don't need to say. So, but regardless, whatever it was really about, he came back way different from that game, and he's actually been taking steps, and he looks like a comparable quarterback in the NFL. And that's something we haven't seen here in Detroit in a while when it comes to talking about our backups. I mean, except for Teddy Two Gloves. That's probably the best backup we didn't had in some time. Nate Sudfeld, David Blau, who was it, Tim Boyle. We had some awful individuals playing quarterback for us. And so it's really just good to see somebody have a pulse. I look at Kyle Allen and, I say, hey, now is he versus the ones? No. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. But I wouldn't fear it 100% if he was to have to fill in for Goff and he had to drop back for a pass. I wouldn't just fear it. I wouldn't just guarantee it a pick as if it was another quarterback we're going to go into here shortly or just the previous quarterbacks of the past. They put that ball in the air and you just knew something bad was going to happen. So that's great to see that from him. Very great to see that from him. So shout out to Kyle Allen. He went 14-17. That is amazing. No turnovers, clean game, 2 touchdown passes, 124 yards. Boy, oh boy. If Kyle Allen, this is the second time I have to say this now, if he had finished this game, he may have been close to getting 300 yards. He really may have been close to getting 300 yards had he finished out this football game. He was doing some great things back there. So shout out to Kyle Allen. Up next, the person who is going to need everybody to send him the fastest, most efficient moving crew service in Michigan, Hendon Hooker. I think Hendon Hooker's days in Detroit, I said that they're coming to an end. I know people, people, it seemed like after the Hall of Fame game, people just wanted for Hendon Hooker to be better than what he was in that game, because you got to remember there were people who were saying like, oh, okay, well let's start it all over and let's put Hendon Hooker as QB1 and sit Goff down. So you got people, you still got those people who don't want to fully admit they were wrong. So they go into hiding, and now they try to pretend that Hendon Hooker has some good performances or show flashes of anything throughout this preseason. And I'm here to tell you he hasn't. He went 6 of 13, 61 yards, 4.7 average, and 1 interception, no touchdowns. And he took 2 sacks. So the thing about Hendon Hooker is just he's not progressing. He hasn't progressed. And the sad part about it is that not only did he not progress, he wasn't where he was supposed to be as a player. He wasn't really as advertised. You know, you saw a lot more from him at Texas. He wasn't my favorite quarterback, but what I saw from him at Texas, I would think that, you know, I'm sorry, Tennessee. What I saw from him at Tennessee, you would have thought that, okay, one day this guy's gonna get it. One day he's gonna pick up on it, and it just didn't turn out to be that. And he was a 3rd round pick. That's not too. It's a little rich, yes, because it's 3rd round. However, it's not too rich when you're thinking about a quarterback. I think the Lions more so were trying to be smart and put themselves in a great position to just be in control. If it did work out, then boom, you got a cheap QB2, and then you get an option to say, do we want to make you QB1 and get rid of Goff and help this cap, or however whatever decision making may have followed after that. So they were really just trying to put themselves in a great position. It was never about replacing Goff. So can't fault them for that there. You got to wonder, did they pick the right quarterback? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say no. Love Brad Holmes, best GM this town has ever seen, for the Lions at least. And no, he dropped the ball on that one. He dropped the ball on that one, no pun intended. So, yeah, Hendon Hooker, he shouldn't be here after today, this week, this preseason for sure. I wonder if he's like a JT Barrett, even though I feel like he really could have worked out in the NFL. But would he be better as a player coach? Would he be better at doing something else? You know, everybody's like me, for example. I can understand the game. I know what you're supposed to do. I can show you how to do it. I can tell you what it takes. But as far as me getting on the field and being the number one guy in order to do it, that wasn't my path. I don't know if that's it for Hendon Hooker or not. And like I said before, I'm not just saying that it's not for him altogether, because we may not have the things in place to attend to Hendon Hooker's needs. So it may not just be the fact that he's not a good quarterback or anything like that. Detroit may not be for you. Like I said before, it's not just the fact that it's a winning program. You have to be in an environment where you can succeed, and it's just not here. So I'm not sure what the next move is for him. I really do want it to work out for him no matter what. But he, unfortunately, you're at a point where you're taking up roster space. And we can't afford to just waste money, use unnecessary roster space, and have you here. So I think this is about where we part ways. It's just a matter of when that is. I don't know when something like that would happen. But, yeah. All right, let's move on to the running backs. Running backs, they didn't do the greatest. I mean, the problem is really just the O-line. It's that Craig Reynolds, he had a play where he cut it upfield. They called it back. Vaki had a good run. Jacob Sailors, he had a good run. So the problem really is, I mean, Jacob Sailors 13 for 39, Sione Vaki 5 for 30, Deion Jackson 4 for 20, Craig Reynolds 6 for 13. So we rushed for 104 yards, 1 yard Kyle Allen, 1 yard Hooker. We rushed for 104 yards. That's not really what you want to see. It is definitely normal for the preseason, but it's not what you want to see. So it's something we have to definitely try to clean up. I will say, however, the offensive line looked better. Bear with me. I like the fact that I can see that they're picking up their blocking assignments. It seems like at least they're on the same page now. It seems like at least they understand what they're supposed to do. I saw less missed blocks, but what I didn't see is that push. I'm not seeing that push from them. They're not getting the push. That doesn't concern me a lot because they're not our starters. I know our starters are going to get the push. So I'm not too concerned. Like I say, when it comes to this thing, you're more so looking at how does your depth look? So it seems like there was growth. How much growth, that's up for you to decide. But it did seem like there was some growth. What I do want to say is you have to also remember, people say you can't get nothing out of the preseason. It's pointless. It has nothing to do with your season. You can always learn. You can always learn. It's a lot to say in the preseason, actually. It's a lot to say. Now, for the fans, can you get anything out of it? I mean, well, actually, yes, you can. But will you most likely? No, not if you're not literally trying to break down the game and understanding what it could mean as in future points. What I saw is that you should be very excited. Once again, I say it time and time again. Calvin Shepard, Johnny Moe. Dude, I love what I see from them. Let me tell you the thing I'm most impressed about. I love the fact that at the end of the day, we look like a well-composed football team. I'm going to pause right there because I need to finish talking about the receivers. Almost forgot. I'm going to have to chop this up or something. I can't believe I forgot about the receivers. But anyways, as far as the receivers go, let's get to that right quick. The wide receivers. Now, I love what I saw from the receivers. I want to shout out a Mr. Actually, we're going to go in order what we saw. We're going to start with the usual suspect. Isaac Tesla. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to say. I said it. He is a one. He is a one, honestly. Now, will he be one because of what team he's on? No. If he was in Green Bay, yes. If he was in Baltimore, yes. Kansas City, yeah. It's a lot of teams where that answer's yes. But just here, no. But man, 5 targets, 4 catches, 41 yards, a touchdown. This man has scored in every game he's played in, I want to say. I don't remember if did he score preseason week 1 or did he just, this is preseason. Yeah, he scored in every NFL game he's played in. So, Isaac Tesla, what can you not say about him, man? Routes crisp. I love how strong. It's like when I watch his routes, it literally looks so crisp. Like I can see what route that was clearly when he does it. So he is a great route runner. He has great hands. And he is consistently contributing. It is unfortunate. You're going to see him a lot. It's unfortunate you ain't going to be able to call him a true one, but damn it, he is going to be a rotational piece. You are going to see him a lot. And I think someone who wants to go right along that path with him, who is a little bit behind, but he is definitely turning heads, as I would say, is Jackson Meeks. I didn't say his name in the last video. I did recognize him on the sheet. I just kind of grouped them in and said, okay, some guys did some things because I wasn't going to go over every individual name, but Jackson Meeks, 7 receptions, 93 yards, 8 targets, and a touchdown. Jackson Meeks is not allowing you, Detroit, us to forget about him and to just go down the Isaac Tesla love affair. Because I believe he had more yards than Isaac Tesla last week as well. Dude, this kid, you don't do that by accident. You don't do that by accident. So, and he had the one big play. He took it down 27 yards. Uh, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I really want to see it one more time in the week 3 preseason game, but he's pretty good too. I think he's going to be a rotational piece as well. Now, we're going to come back to that. Actually, no, I'll go ahead and finish it out, talk it out. So what does this mean though, Detroit? Could you potentially have some roster busters on your hands? Am I saying he's going to take J-Mo's spot? No. I don't even have to say this part. But when you get down to the business of this whole thing, you have to ask yourself, what does this mean? What does the tandem of Isaac Tesla and Jackson Meeks mean for Khalif Raymond and Tim Patrick? You got to remember, it's not about having someone that's literally just as good all the time. Stay with me. Walk with me for a second. Walk with me. So the thing about it is that Isaac Tesla probably, like I said, we haven't seen these guys against the ones yet, so I don't know. But I could see a case where Isaac Tesla fills in the Tim Patrick role and Jackson Meeks takes the Khalif Raymond role. And that hurts because I love Khalif Raymond. But I could see it from either one of these guys. I'm going to hold off on completely saying that about Jackson Meeks. Like I say, maybe one more time. This is all based off potential because I haven't seen him. And I haven't seen him do it for 4 quarters. I haven't seen him do it in a serious sense. I haven't seen him do it when it counted. See, the nerves hit different when you already know, like, all right, well. I mean, because you know you made the team. Well, they know they made the team. Jackson Meeks, I don't know if you know, but I would just say that regardless, you know for a fact that it's a little bit differently when it counts so much to a degree. And so this is all just based off of potential. But those 2 dudes have potential. And if I'm a GM, from a business standpoint, and that's why I said it's not about having someone just as good all the time. Like, let's put it in a rankings standpoint, right? Let's say Tim Patrick is at 83, right? And let's say Isaac Tesla is a 80 or even a 79, right? But let's say you could save like $11.5 million a year in cap space. You're gonna take it, especially when you know that this is based off of a rookie. Because not only with the rookie do you have that contract, you know for a fact I'm going to see development out of this guy. What I see is not what I get. That's something you have to consider when you got veteran guys. You pretty much know what they are. You're getting what you're paying for. You know what they are. So if I'm a GM, I can see a very difficult conversation for Tim Patrick and also Khalif Raymond. Love both of them, but business is business, and that's just how cold those rooms get. So that is it for the offense. So really want to highlight the wide receivers and Kyle Allen. And that is so good to see. So good to see. Moving on to the defense now. Okay, so with the defense, I want to make a special shout out to Ezekiel Turner. Ezekiel Turner, 9 tackles, 4 solo tackles, and a TFL. And Anthony Pittman, he had 6 tackles. 5 of them was solo tackles. So he was really out there getting after. He on his own, getting after it. I love to see that. I love to hear that. We had some pass deflections out there today. We did leave this with a sack. But I want to highlight this, and it's going to kind of go into how I feel about the defense. And one thing I love is that we were concerned with pressure and getting pressure. And one thing I can tell you for certain, One thing I can tell you for certain is that when it comes to this defense, you will get your pressure. You will get your pressure. I genuinely believe that. When I look at this defense, when I look at 5 TFLs and a sack from this defense, like I had to look and make sure I was in the right category. 5 TFLs and a sack from this defense. Every single week, this defense has gotten a sack and a TFL every single week so far in this preseason. The linebacking core, they look amazing. The middle of the field isn't consistently wide open. That was something I was concerned with, is how good could they pass protect. That's something we really, really need to see more out of our linebacking core as a whole. Campbell could line protect better. Anzalone's pretty solid. What we saw from Malcolm, it looked like he took a step forward with pass protection, but that's something we got to make sure we can have because it needs to go to the next level. But the linebacking core looks really good out there. Very proud of those guys. And I want to highlight something, and that's this. Calvin Shepherd. Calvin Shepherd, like I said, when you look at these games, you have to try to understand what you think more so the effects of what they're doing will be in the regular season. Because it tells you more so about the coaching when you consider the fact that a lot of these guys, you'll never see them again. But it kind of tells you what your coach is capable of doing. Because most of these guys aren't going to meet a certain standard for you to trust them enough to do something that your number one would do. So you're not working with good as quality pieces. You have to coach harder. You have to coach better. So to see these guys look like such a team, it says a lot. When you think about the fact that most teams in the preseason, they never look together. Doesn't matter how many points they put up, or it don't really look like they belong. And it seems like I see chemistry. I kind of see like a bond between them. I do. It looks like everyone can trust each other to do their own job. It doesn't look like the linebackers are, I'm just using them as an example, but it doesn't seem like one person is peeking over trying to do another person's job. It goes to show you that they are trying to teach discipline, and they are trying to teach focus and accountability. Like, hey, just do your job. We got the right scheme. You just do your job. So I like the way they played together. The game really fell apart, man, taking Kyle Allen out. That's where you lost the game, honestly. But you had to see what Hendon Hooker had. But you took Kyle Allen out and you lost that game. But no, I loved what I saw from the defense. Consistent pressure. Consistently making the quarterback feel uncomfortable. I saw some sticky coverage out there. We did get, unfortunately, the Dolphins had a little run. They did. They had a little run toward the end, where they kind of came back and took it, and they played pretty well. But overall, we had a good showing. I like exactly what we showed, and I want to take that into something else. When you think about what Johnny Moe, Dan Campbell, Calvin Shepherd, what they're doing right now, how we look right now, it's something I want to highlight in particular, and that is Johnny Moe. Listen, think about something for a second. Johnny Moe, if he's so talented to the point to where he can make Kyle Allen look like a comparable quarterback in the NFL, it took for you to do this? We got another quarterback we want to see take a step forward. We do. Jared Goff. He's great. One of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. But we all want him to take a step forward. If he can take Kyle Allen and turn him into something of value, what do you think he can do for Jared Goff? I'm telling you, I think it's a high chance that we're all wrong, me included. I'm just letting you know that right now. Do I think we'll get 15 wins again this year? No. But I really think that overall as a team, I think that there are going to be some things that are going to be better that we really do not expect to be better. And I just know that if you can take Kyle Allen and you can stop him from throwing turnovers, I know for a fact you can do something a whole lot better for somebody like Goff. Because Goff's Goff and Kyle Allen's Kyle Allen for a reason. If you didn't get it. So I think we should be super duper excited about that. I think that it was a great decision. I think this is gonna be a great decision. It's gonna have some tough spots as far as chemistry and understanding, of course. But I think overall, man, I really think you got something that you should be super excited about as far as what this team will look like and guys taking a step forward. I'm telling you, mark my words. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a year of growth. Like, honestly, guys are gonna take a step forward this year. I think that my bold prediction will have to be Jared Goff. I think you'll have about 8 less interceptions this year. How many he finished with? 16? Let me see. Jared Goff stats. 12. What the hell? Y'all was making it seem like Goff had like 17 interceptions last year. Anyways. Well, still, because I can admit the top quarterbacks in the league were pretty much like, I think 7 and under, 8 and under. So I understand that. But still, like, y'all making it seem like he had like a historically. Anyways. Yeah, so Jared Goff had 12 interceptions last year. This year, I could see him having 7. I'm looking at 7. That's what I really want for him. He had 9 the previous year. I'm looking for 7 this year, and I think he can do it. That's my bold take for him. And I really do think that this MVP talk is an honest possibility. When you look at how close he was last year, while still paying the Detroit tax, I don't see how you don't see that. I don't see how you don't see it as a possibility. And like I said, the NFL loves money. And if you give people a reason to be super fans or whatever the case may be, the NFL is going to take that because it's going to make them more money. It's people who are waiting on their team to go to the playoffs. They're waiting on their team to accomplish something. So you give them a winner and they'll spend. So I think you should be super excited about that. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Stay tuned. Please stay tuned. We got a new segment coming up. We're going to start doing that this week. I've been working hard on it. So please stay tuned. Stay tuned to the socials at Michigan's New Pod on Instagram. And have a great week, man. Monday is tomorrow. Don't call off. I know what you're thinking, man. Don't call off. Go on and get that money, man. Go on and get that money. Get that money, sweetheart, whatever the case may be. But this is Michigan's New Pod. I'm your boy, Tay, a.k.a. Podcast Tay, and I'm out.